Today is June 10th, right? I love you. I love you too. Yesterday was June 9th. Johnny said he had a big present for me yesterday. Johnny's present to me was fucking blowing up our Quora account. Without going into detail, he orchestrates these things. He did this to me many years back with a different platform. And we started over, but that was my present yesterday. I was like, oh, we had no longer, our Quora page is gone. Isn't that lovely? So I said to John, is this my present? And he said, yes, how do you like it? And I said, I like it. And I said, I really like it. Yeah. It doesn't, I mean, we were on there a long time and we did a lot of things. And there's some beautiful people that we've met on there too, but they have followed us to other platforms. So whoever is a friend, and that's that. However, I was like, this is a great present. Thank you so much. And then by the afternoon, I mean, I really did. I felt such freedom just to be. It was a weird feeling, but I didn't lose anything because anything that was on Quora was of any importance is on our blog. So again, we are very much covered everywhere on the, everywhere and our blog we keep in hard copy. We get hard copy sent to us every 8 months. So even in if the internet if the whole internet explodes, we don't lose anything, right, John? Right. All the important stuff is there. All the poetry, all the answers to great questions, the great answers to many what I know, I don't want to say too much, but we started answering questions really wacky, I think, is what happened. And I did that for a reason. Yeah, we started just making jokes out of all the twin flame questions, kind of like really like putting those GIFs up with people making weird faces and stuff. Because the twin flame questions were so stupid, just getting stupider by the second. And feeding into this very destructive mentality of these people all feeling sorry for themselves and complaining a lot, and everything was like, their whole life was a dark night of the soul. So we just started to kind of, John would say, oh, just let's put this down there. We would answer some crazy thing like that was honest. It was just John and me being honest. Like, get over yourself with this, your self importance with this twin flame thing. It's the ascension, and everybody's going through it, twin flames or not. Mm-hmm. Everyone's going through some kind of thing. And that's what everyone should really be concentrating on now, I think, is ascension. Twin flames notwithstanding, right? I think you're absolutely on target with that, right? But what happened then? Well, believe it, as happy as I was when we were deactivated, now we're back with a new account, starting from scratch. I was like, do we have to do this really? Because John really prodded me to do it. He said, let's see what happens if we just try to sign up with and do a brand new account fresh. And I was like, ugh, like I got a sick feeling in my stomach. I was like, but all that stuff that is no longer that. And John said, yeah, it's all gone. So was yesterday. Kiss today, goodbye. Right. And you know what? He's right. And you know what? Anything of any great importance is on our blog or on YouTube. Even on Twitter, on Instagram, we have many, many things. We are all over the joint, and we are even on Reddit. We have a lot of stuff on Reddit now too. So, but John said it's very important to still do the readings on and post them on Quora. Not real important, but it's some place where we would be missed. by certain individuals who love us very much. And I just thought, well, if you put it that way, fine. It was not hard to get a new account going. We're computer whizzes with that kind of thing. We're kind of geniuses. We both are, right? Yeah. Even Christopher said yesterday, he said, "You're a whiz, Lena. You're a whiz at computers. You're amazing." I don't care. I'll brag about it. My office. I mean, I'm not okay. Starting a Quora account. It's not exactly rocket science, but still, some people have problems with that shit. In my offices, any place I worked, I was always the office administrator and like the secretary, stenographer, record keeper, file, everything. I would do everything, everything, everything. Invoices, shipping, receiving. I was every aspect of the business. I always had my hands involved in blueprints, project manager's assistant, lawyer's assistant, paralegal. I did it all of it. I was a school bus driver. I was a daycare center office administrator. There is a million things. I am a very, very, very established person as far as being detail oriented. But aside from that, in every office where I worked, I was the computer tech. I never trained for it or anything. I never knew. I learned. I was self taught on like figuring it out with what was going on with computers, how to set them up, how to find files, how to fix when there was a glitch, how to get it back up and running. I was the one that everyone called, and I did it in every office I worked for. I had a natural aptitude, and I was like, wow, I am really hot shit. But now, of course, I'm finding out that it was me, that it was John. I was like, how am I so good at this? I'm like retarded at math, kind of. I wouldn't say that, honey. You're not retarded at anything, but maybe a little lazy. You didn't care for math. You were a woman of words. You were a girl who liked your English classes. Yeah, right. And art. Like you, exactly. But now that but right, so John on the other side is like he's a super genius. He has access to, full brain function, both sides of the brain, and he filters that onto me. And he was the one always helping me with computers and stuff, and that's why I was such a fucking multitasking brainiac down here. And also, aside from working in offices, I worked as a singer and songwriter at night. And I did it all. And in my spare moments, if you can call them that, I was doing animal rescue and juggling husbands all the while, juggling relationships. I just can't. I'm tired just thinking about it right now. I know, honey, I know. But anyway, so that's the bottom line. That was the 818. Yes, that was the present yesterday. Was starting a brand new Quora page. Starting a brand new Quora page. But I'll be honest with you. I was not thrilled to do it. I was like, I enjoyed about 2 hours of feeling like heavenly that we didn't have to be on Quora. Well, I think it's mostly just you know. I think it's a tedious. It has gotten tedious. So we're gonna change things up and do things a little differently now, and we're starting to do right. We're doing our readings differently. We're doing our cards and our divination with the I Ching. We're still doing those readings on Quora, but we're doing them in an art form, and that makes it that's more pleasant. I like it better than I like it. I like the direction we're going in. I like it. So yes, I'm willing to do it, and I'm gonna say, well, no, let's just play by ear and see how it goes, and nothing written in stone. Just let's just play by ear and see how it goes. It's only been not quite 24 hours that we had the new account. When did we start the new account at Quora? I would have to look, but and what's weird about this new account is that it says that it started in 2022. The date comes up. join 2022. We didn't join. That date is wrong. Well, what did 222 add up to? A 6, our life path number. I set up the account, Lena. Please don't stall with me. All right. So this is what he does. Because it should say on the page, join 2025, since we started the brand new page. It says join 2022. And John is saying that he did that. And that's how he works. He's a magician. So if you see this video and you want to follow us on Quora, but we don't care who follows us or not. It doesn't matter. We still get a lot of views. It really does not matter who follows us. It didn't matter before. I don't care. I just want to do my job for Mother and Father God and with John and do a good job as an ascension missionary. I'm not even going to say twin flame missionary anymore because that's so overused and it sounds so stupid. And actually the twin flame community on Quora is like, they seem very retarded. A lot of them are just like, pontificating about things they don't know anything about. And some of them have their heart in the right place, but it's a big bore and it's a big drag. And also the twin flame community has like no sense of humor. I'm seeing like no sense of humor. And that's so important. And that's the thing about John. His humor is just like that's the thing about him that makes him so charming and fantastic to work with. And when people are a drag, it's just like, can you blame me for just wanting to get off the internet and be alone with this guy instead? I mean, he's so much more interesting than anybody out there. Yeah, I know, honey. Thank you for saying that. That's quite lovely to hear. So are you ready to do some art projects today? Or yeah, I am. Yes. No. Now. Okay. I gotta talk to you offline. Praise be 12:12. Yep. Praise be God, mother. I love you more than life itself. In fact, you are my life. I love you more than life itself, my darling wife. Thanks, John. Did you just make that up? Why? Well, why can't we turn this camera off? Are we supposed to be doing something else right now? No. Did you want to sing something? I don't know. I don't think so. Please, one song. Okay. He always gets me to do these songs. I love you, honey, more than you know. I love you too. And I love this song. Can't get rid of us, folks. You can try. We'll be the ones burning in this mission down. Nobody burns down John and Lena. That's right. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. There she goes. There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. Meow, 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 meow. There she goes. There she goes again, pulsing through my veins, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. Meow, 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 meow. Ow, ow, meow, meow, meow. Ow, ow, meow, meow, meow. Ow, ow. Meow, meow. Ow, ow, ow. The Lalas. Is this the Lalas? Do I get this right? Yeah, the Laws. L.A., Linan. The Laws. There she goes. There she goes again. She calls my name, pulls my train. No one could heal my pain, but I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes, there she goes again, chasing down my lane, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes, there she goes, there she goes, there she goes. That's my baby.